Hey, welcome to the video where we're going to be writing equations to find missing angle measures. Now I'm going to just briefly go back to an earlier page in the packet and show you guys that you actually can find a missing angle measure just using the definition of a relationship. So for example, if I tell you that this is 29, you can tell me that this is 159 because you know that those are supplementary. So this is easy to do when you have just numbers involved. And today in our video, we're going to actually have expressions instead of actual numbers for the degrees, okay? Now we're going to use these expressions to write an equation, and we're going to find the actual measure of this little acute angle, and here we're going to find the measure of this obtuse angle. Now in this first picture, it says that angle ABC, so ABC, this whole angle is 156 degrees. What that means is that this little angle plus this angle together adds up to 156. So I don't know what this angle is, and I don't know what this angle is, but I know together, if they add up, they should equal 156. So I'm going to type it in right here. We've got a 2x plus 2. That's this first smaller angle. And if I add it to the other angle, 3x plus 4, I know that together they add up to 156. So what I literally just did was I wrote an equation that we're now going to use to find the missing angle measure. Now, if we think back to a previous unit, when we have this equation here, we're going to combine like terms. I see 2x's here, and I see 3x's here. So that's where I'm going to get this 5x. Now for my constants, 2 and 4 is a 6. Now when we solve this, we're going to subtract 6 from both sides. So I've got that 5x equals 150. And then when I divide by 5, we get that x is 30. Now we still haven't found any missing angle measures. We've just solved for x right here, which means we can plug x in to both of these expressions, and then we'll know what this angle equals, and we'll know what this angle equals. So right here, if I do 2 times 30, that's going to be 60, and then I get plus 2, so this is a 62-degree angle. So angle ABD is 62 degrees. Now DBC, which is the one it wants right here for this answer, if I do 3 times 30, that's 90, and then 90 plus 4 would be 94 degrees. Now we can check to see if this is right, because we can take the 62 and we can add it to the 94, and we can see to verify that that adds up to 156. So here's a 6, that's a 15, so everything checks out. We know we did everything right. So all we did here was we took the two angles, added them up, the sum was 156, and when we solve for x, we just plugged it in, and then we can find the missing angle measures. Now over here, it doesn't tell you what anything equals. I know I have this here. Let me just get rid of it so you guys aren't confused. But we know, because this is a right angle, that these are complementary. So I know that this angle plus this angle should equal 90. So I don't have to tell you this time what they equal like I did over here, because it's assumed and understood with that right angle right there. So for this example, if you've got complementary, you're just going to take your 4x. It doesn't matter which one you put in which order, but this angle plus this angle. So now I'm going to do the 7x minus 9. That's the first angle plus the second angle should equal the right angle overall. Whoops, sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Let me rewrite that, my bad. And then we're going to combine like terms, and we're going to solve for x. So if I have 4x's and 7x's, that's 11x. Then I got minus 9 equals 90. I'm going to add 9 to both sides, so I'm going to get a 99 over here. So 11x equals 99. And when I divide both sides by the 11, we're going to get here that x equals 9. Now if x is 9, I can plug that in right here, and that would be 4 times 9, which means this is a 36-degree angle. Now you could, if we want to find the other angle, you could assume that you're right. You could trust yourself and just say, okay, I'm just going to do 90 minus the 36. And if you wanted to do that, we'd get a 54. Sure, you could trust yourself, but if you really want to make sure you did everything right, let's plug this 9 in right here. and make sure we get that 54. So 7 times 9 would be 63. And if we took away 9, we do get the 54. So no matter how I look at it, I know I've plugged this in correctly. This is definitely going to work out. And the measure of angle CBE, which is right here, would be 54 degrees. So let me just go back to the title of today's notes. I can write an equation to find missing angle measures. See how we're setting up equations and solving for x and using that to find the missing angle measure. All right, now for this one, notice there's nothing in the picture, but in the statement, it tells us everything we need to know. It tells us right here that the measure of angle 1 is 2x plus 11. So right here, angle 1 is 2x plus 11. That's how many degrees that is. Now the measure of angle 3, which is over here, is 6x minus 9. We want to know what is the measure of each angle. Now again, over here, I don't tell you what a total equals because I don't need to, because at this point, you're actually supposed to recognize that these are vertical angles and these should be the same. So the equation we're going to use for this one, y'all, means we're actually going to set them equal to each other. So if this is a 2x plus 11, we know that it's supposed to be congruent to this angle. And we did already learn in our unit 4 how to solve an equation with variables on both sides. So I'm giving you guys kind of a reason why we cared to learn about combining like terms up here. And you can see now we have a real life scenario over here where we're trying to find x, but we have a variable on both sides. So we're going to start with the side that has a smaller coefficient, which is the 2. So I'm going to subtract 2x from both sides. And it's okay if you need to see this little refresher for how to solve these. Now over here, that's going to be 4x, and then this is minus 9. So we're going to add the 9 over here. 11 plus 9 is 20. And then 20 equals 4x. So now we can divide, and we get that x is 5. So if x is 5, let's plug it in over here. So 2 times 5 is 10. Then 10 plus 11 would be 21 degrees. Okay. Now let's plug it in right here and make sure we get the same answer of 21, and that means we know we're right. So if I do 6 times 5, I get a 30. Then 30 minus 9 is a 21. So I have proven that they're both the same as each other. They're both 21-degree angles. And I got it by setting these two expressions equal to each other. So for vertical angles, you're going to have variables on both sides and the expressions are equal to each other. For complementary, they add up to 90. And for this last one here, you can see that we've got supplementary angles. So these two expressions are going to add up to a 180. We're going to take the 3q plus 15q plus 18. And because we know supplementary angles add up to 180, I'm going to set this equation equal to a 180. When we combine like terms here, we get 18q equals 180. And if we, oh, sorry, I forgot about the plus 18. I got to put that plus 18 back, my bad. Plus 18. So we're going to subtract 18. Subtract 18. So we get 162. And when we divide that, we get that q equals 9. So we're going to take that, and then we're going to plug it back in up here. So we've got, if we're trying to find STU, that's this angle right here. So 3 times 9 would be a 27-degree angle. And that's the only one it wanted us to find, so we can stop there. And that concludes this video. You're going to turn over now and practice some on your own. Thank you for watching.